Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon.
It's time for Portageville Bulldog football. Our broadcast presented by Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Title sponsor for our broadcast, First State Bank and Trust. Broadcast sponsors include Ellington Insurance, the City of Portageville, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Portageville Schools, Butler Drug, Greenpoint Ag of Portageville, First State Community Bank, New Madrid County Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Amy Pryor, and by Lewis Roan Farms. And now to the broadcast booth with Paul Davidson and Heath Conaway for Portageville Bulldog football.
Last year finished 4-6 under Coach Luke Greenfield, who is currently coaching in Charleston for the Blue Jays. If you've not already watched our first Bulldog Blitz episode, we introduced our head coach, Aaron Bible. Aaron Bible is a Portageville alumni. He's also the oldest son of Hall of Fame coach. We welcome you, Coach, and wish you the best this year with the Bulldogs. This week's over the Jamboree last week, the battle for current positions that are shared between coach players and a player insight with our guest, senior Tamo and Eli Miller. You can check all of that out on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and Sports Radio KMIS. This year, the Bulldogs are Class 1 District 1 with Saxony, Lutheran, Alton, High, and Charleston. So week 1 games with hang time on the
Malden taking on Dexter, Charleston taking on Kelly. Rivals to the north, Scott City will be hosting East Prairie, and rivals to the south, Crothersville, also traveling north to St. Pius and Festus. Quite a few big games going on in the area and spread out. I'll now hand it over to you, Mr. Davidson, who will talk more about tonight's contest. And I'm assuming there's been technical issues already.
Yes, there's been a little bit of technical difficulties, but I think we might have got them fixed by now. All right, so as we mentioned, Kennett is last season was 0-10. They did not have a really great season. Portageville, as Mr. Conway pointed out, beat them 28-6. Of course, Kennett is now in a rebuild. Joe Wyatt has come back. His last time he was at the helm of the Indians, he went 42-8. His entire coaching career, he is 37-44, a 75% winning percentage. This could be a very similar situation to what we saw with Hayti last year. Hayti got their well-renowned coach came back to them the season before they had gone 1-8, and then Coach Robinson returned and helped bump them back up to a 4-6 season. We could see this as a possibility with Kennett as well. As for Portageville, it's not a total rebuild for the Bulldogs. We have a few dents here and there, but the engine and the tires are still working well, and so the Bulldogs should have a pretty good season ahead of them. And as Mr. Conway ran down the new Class 1 District 1, it is a very navigable district for the Portageville Bulldogs. They have, I think it's a 5-team district. It's a fairly small district for the Dogs, and so it should be a good year for Portageville.
Our captains for tonight's contest.
Captains for the Bulldogs tonight.
Number 7, Max Warren. Number 50, Eli Wheeler.
See.
And number 52, Tavian Bogan.
Tay Bogan,
Captain
Eli
for
Wheeler,
Kennett,
Deuce
Anthony.
Hickenbottom,
Number 2,
and
Jones.
number 7, Max
52,
Warren.
Austin
Those
Gaddis.
are
And
the
number 55, Christopher Martin.
Captains for the Bulldogs.
Referee Kevin Ellis. Umpire Rainey Mosby. Linesman Tim Noblin. Line judge Daniel Sprague.
Of course, everybody is excited for the kickoff of football this Friday. I was talking to Coach Red in the hallway before the game. He said, or before school today, and he said his prediction, it's going to be a close one. Last team that has the ball gets the win. Last team that has the ball gets the win. And hopefully that last team will be the Bulldogs. Portageville going to have a little bit of a different offensive scheme this year. I have been told that Parker Babb has moved from wide receiver to running back. He said he's fulfilled his lifelong dream, and so I'm excited to see what he does in the RB position. Of course, Max Warren will be stepping into the shoes as QB for the first time this year. He's been the JV quarterback for a very long time, and he has a sneaky good arm. It's a rare debut for both coaches on both sidelines. Aaron Bidwell's brand new, or first ever official varsity game. And Coach Wyatt's about 190th. As we're going over the rules, keep in mind this is early in the season. It's a little bit warmer now than it has been all week, so expect some cramping, expect some official timeouts for water here in August. The coin has been flipped, and it looks like Kennett has won the toss. And they are looks like they're deferring. Because they are pointing in which direction they want to go.
Portageville will be receiving to begin
So,
tonight's contest.
Kennett won the toss. They deferred, and so Portageville will start off with the ball. We'll see what the new look Bulldog offense will look like. If you listen to the Bulldog blitz, you could hear the excitement in the players about getting to hit somebody. It's going to be smash mouth football. Big on big is going to be the memo for the week. And we're going to see whose bigs can come out on top. Back deep to receive for the Bulldogs is number 11 for the Bulldogs. That is Parker Babb, and number 1, Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom. In years past, we've had a little bit of a reverse situation that we could pull off, that we could play off of. We'll see if we pull that off here tonight as well. Number 24, Caden Jones, he's fired up in the middle. There is an up back. Sophomore for the Bulldogs. All right, the teeing up for the Kennett Indians. And we'll get this ball game underway. Number 52 for Kennett, that's Austin Gaddis to kick off. And the kick is up. It's going to go to Parker Babb. He fields it at about the 20, has a nice little seam. He's still on his feet. He crosses the 50. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Parker Babb. That's a way to start the season, folks. That's a way to start the season. 6-0 for the Dogs, thanks to a nice 65-yard kickoff return for number 11, Parker Babb. I know first thing Monday morning when he sees me in the, or not Monday because it's Labor Day, first thing Tuesday morning, whenever he sees me in the hallway, he's going to be like, hey, Mr. Davidson, did you see that touchdown? And I'll be like, yes, Parker, I indeed saw it. Now, an interesting wrinkle here, Portageville's PAT kicker, Nate Swims, went down with a knee injury earlier this week, and so you're going to see Portageville going for 2, and looks like we got the old heavy package in. Actually, no, it's the wishbone. Max is under center. He's going to give it off to number 8. I believe that's James Shalley. And he's going to be stuck just short of the first down, or of the P8, the 2-point conversion. And so after about 13 seconds, the score is Bulldogs 6, Indians nothing. We'll be back here in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Amy Pryor, Assistant Prosecutor for New Madrid County, proudly supports the Portageville Bulldogs as they gear up for another exciting season. With dedication, grit, and team spirit, these athletes are ready to make their community proud. As they take the field, Amy Pryor stands behind them, cheering on their commitment and heart. She knows success comes from perseverance, and these Bulldogs are built for it. Best of luck this season to the Portageville Bulldogs. From New Madrid County Assistant Prosecutor Amy Pryor.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. Here, 13 seconds into the 2025 season. The Bulldogs already have their first lead of the season, 6-0 over the Kennett Indians, thanks to a 65-yard kickoff return from number 11, Parker Babb. All right, Max Warren will be the kickoff kicker. I believe he was already going to be the kickoff kicker. Nate was only going to be the PAT attempts. Max boots it to about the 19. He'll take a hop, and that's when Kennett will field it. Not as much luck with the seam there for Kennett. Number 52, Tay Bogan with the tackle there. His helmet came off.
From their own 26-yard line.
So Tay Bogan's helmet pops off, but he does get the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for Kennett. Ball on their own 25-yard line. This will be the first actually offensive play from scrimmage we get to see. This will be the first man-on-man ball that we'll see. First time we kind of see how Kennett's going to run it. My memory from Coach Wyatt, whenever he was at Malden, they kind of set up a lot of sweep plays for those big home run balls. And there we go. We're going to send a man in motion. And they are going to do a play-action pass, dump it off into the flats. A missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, and he is loose. That is number 4 for the Indians. Nick Fonda, and he's going to be able to flip the field. He gets pushed out of bounds by Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom, the safety.
First and 10 from the Portageville 28-yard line.
But so far, first 2 plays of the game have been big gashes. Good block in there. It was a good crack coming down from Kennett that sealed off that particular side and was allowed to let him kind of get to that second level. Indians with a similar setup, just a little bit more bunched towards here to the right side. Hand off to the number 2. He's going to be met by a whole host of Bulldogs. Number 50, Eli Wheeler, the first there. Number 66 for the Bulldogs. Big old Terrence Boyd, T-Dog with the assist on there. Terrence Boyd, a son of a man that me and Mr. Conway played with, Leonard Boyd. He was a pretty good player. His son seems to have about the same amount of athletic ability so far. There at defensive tackle. Kennett going to send a man in motion again, this time getting him over to the slot. Running to the short end of the field. Does not work out.
Antonio Hollywood.
Antonio Hollywood gets forced out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and a long 8 for the Indians. 10:40 left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville gets their first 3rd and long. We'll see if they try to dial up the blitz or just kind of keep it where they have it and trying to keep containment, holding the line. Much like the last few years, Portageville is kind of running a flex front. Right now it is a 5 front with they're having the middle linebacker kind of come and play a little bit more of a traditional defensive tackle. Kennett's going to continue to try to work to the right side of the field. That ball is going to be thrown incomplete. It was intended for Zane Franklin. It'll be 4th and 8 for the Indians. This deep in Indian territory, you know they're going to go for it. We'll see what they dial up. But so far, outside of giving up that one big play, Portageville has looked pretty decent on defense. And we have an official timeout. Looks like a piece of equipment. That ball was not placed properly. There we go. Now that we've gotten that fixed, Kennett has flipped it. They have more players now to the wide side of the field. I did find it kind of interesting that they ran heavy towards the short side of the field the last couple of plays. All right, quarterback, he's going to decide to dump into the pocket and keep it himself. Can Deuce keep it from becoming a first down? No, he can't. So Deuce gets the tackle, but Kennett will get the conversion.
First down.
So Kennett first down. Bring it up 1st and 10, ball on the 15-yard line. 10:25 left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville with a 6-0 lead over the Kennett Indians. Kennett, we're running a twins. Keep an eye out for the slot and just keep an eye out for the quarterback keeping it himself. He seems to fold a little bit when he gets some pressure in his face. Nice little slip screen there.
Pass complete to number 5, Antonio Hollywood.
Antonio Hollywood is the intended receiver for Kennett. He's going to get a gain of about 7.
Gain of 9 on the
8.
play. Bring up a second down and 1.
It'll be 2nd and 1, actually. They're going to give him 9. Tackle on the play was number 11, Parker Babb. Second and short. We'll see if Kennett decides to keep it on the ground. They've seemed to have a little bit of success through the air. Under center. They do hand it off up the gut. He is devoured. Met in the middle by the two big uns. Number 53 for the Dogs, Maxie Ordez, and number 60 for the Dogs. That is Braden Jeffries.
Play loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd down.
Braden Jeffries, as a freshman last year, was a big contributor to the Dogs. Maxie was occasionally our kicker, and he was putting up some decent numbers on the JV. Glad to see him stepping up big here his junior year, first time on varsity. 3rd and 4 for the Indians. 9 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Bobble snap a little bit high. He's going to try to keep it. He makes a couple men miss, and he's going to get enough for that Indian first down. So Ty Jones makes something out of nothing, and it will be 1st and goal for Kennett. Parker Babb with the tackle.
1st down and go from the 4-yard line.
So 1st and goal from the 4. Portageville's had him in 3rd and has not been able to stop him. They have not been able to get off of the field. Kennett keeping it tight here. I can expect a run possibly. Quarterback keeper even. They are going to pitch it. Instead of keeping it tight, they're going to go wide, and the going wide does not work out for them. Looks like it might be a penalty against the Dogs. Number 50, Eli Wheeler on the tackle, assisted by number 53, Maxie Ordez, but we'll see what the flag is.
A face mask penalty against Portageville.
Face mask against the Dogs. So we're going to push it back. So ignore that tackle for a loss. It will still be 1st and goal.
Face mask penalty from the spot of the foul.
So it's still a loss of yardage there. So it's not as close for the Indians thanks to the spot of the foul call for the face mask. And it will remain 1st and goal.
Replay 1st down and go.
8 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville struck first, but it's been all Indians. Portageville's had the Indians where they wanted them, and the Indians have been able to squeak out a 4th and down conversion. They're going to the air again. Some chaos, and there it is, a touchdown. Nice post route there by Kennett. Number 3, Zane Franklin gets the touchdown for the Indians, and now it is a 6-6 ball game here at Kennett. 7:41 left to go here in the first quarter. 6-6. We'll see if Kennett has a PAT kicker or if they're going to go for 2. And Kennett is going to go for 2. Getting into the swinging gate. This used to be Portageville's alignment for a long time. Now heading back, and they are actually going to PAT kick it. And there's a flag, I guess, delay of game.
On the play.
Delay of game against Kennett. Number 52, Austin Gaddis was the kicker there. The kick does not matter because of the delay of game.
5-yard penalty, retry the extra point.
Let's push it back and see if they try the extra point or go for 2. They're going to let them try it, looks like. This would be a 25-yard field goal and another flag. That's flag number 3 on the evening, flag number 2 on just this play.
Illegal procedure penalty against Kennett.
False start against the Indians. Push it back even further.
A 5-yard penalty. Retry the extra point.
Are they going to let them try to kick it? I say let them do it. It'd be a 30-yard field goal. I'm down for a 30-yard PAT. That's NFL, right? It's close to the NFL range. All right. They are not going to let the kicker try. Instead, they are going to go for it. The 2-point conversion attempt, and there's a flag, a third flag. A third flag.
Illegal procedure penalty.
False start against Kennett. Too bad we can't get these penalties during an actual drive. We're just getting them here on a point after attempt. So this is an 18-yard 2-point conversion attempt. All right, Kennett's going to send a man in motion. They're going to fake the pitch. Tay Bogan gets a little bit of pressure, and the 2-point conversion attempt is good. We had our cornerback there, who will remain nameless, who tried to go for the ball instead of trying to play defense, and that gives Kennett a 2-point lead. Kennett 8, Portageville 6. Here with 7:41 left to go in the first. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers in the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
The Portageville School District Administration and Board of Directors salute the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another championship year. Congratulations from Superintendent of Schools Barry Branscombe, Board President Jared Warren, Vice President Michael Prince, Treasurer Matt Brasher, Secretary John Warren, and Directors Butch Williams, Donna Hawkins, and Lewis Roan. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, and students of the Portageville School District.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. 7:41 left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville trails Kennett 8-6. Last time Portageville received the kickoff, number 11, Parker Babb, took it to the house. We'll see if we can have a repeat of this here on the second go-around. All right, kick is away. This time it's going to Deuce. It goes over Deuce's head. He's going to pick it up. Let's see if Deuce can hit those boosters. They're stringing him out. He's still on his feet, and they're going to push him out at about the 19-yard line. So we'll see the Portageville offense for the first time this season.
17-yard line.
PA says 17. I see 19. I saw 19. Looks like he's spotted at the 18. Max Warren will be the QB for the Dogs. Last year it was kind of a hybrid of the Penrod offense, bringing in the heavy whenever needed. And this year I expect a little bit more of the traditional Coach McKay style. It is a split back, a split pistol almost, a wishbone look. No fullback. And they're going to go to the air. Max Warren going to throw it. Ooh, almost intercepted, intended for Parker Babb.
Pass is incomplete. Defending on the play for Kennett, number 11, John Baker Brown. Incomplete pass, brings me second down and 10.
Looks like the receivers for the Dogs out there were the Warlock, Evan Windsor, Parker Babb, and number 3, Jack Bell. All of them juniors this year. 2nd and 10 for the Dogs. Most of the senior leadership does resign on the line there. Of course, quarterback Max Warren, senior. On the Bulldog Blitz this week, we had Eli Wheeler and Tay Bogan, who are both there on the line. We're going to hand it off to, I believe, James Shalley, number 8. Yep, James Shalley. He gets a gain of about 1.
Number 2, Ty Jones.
It'll be 3rd and 9.
Gain of 1 of the play, it'll be 3rd down and 9.
We didn't really get to see much from James last year. His freshman year, whenever I called some did the PA for some JV games, I really enjoyed his style of running that he had. He was a more of a bruising back than necessarily an elusive back. Kind of rotating people around. And we have a false start on the Dogs that time.
Flag on the play.
Right side of the line jumped. False start against the Dogs. It'll be 3rd and 14 now.
That will be a 5-yard play, replay 3rd down.
6:35 left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville trails Kennett 8-6.
And 14.
We'll see what Portageville pulls out of their pocket. They've tried to go to the air once. They've kept it on the ground another time. We'll see what we do behind the sticks here. Sending Parker Babb in motion. They're going to give it to Parker Babb. He's going to find the edge. Good block there on the edge by number 3, Jack Bell, that allows for the Bulldog first down. A 15-yard carry, it looks like, for Parker Babb.
At the 21-yard line, be a first down for Portageville.
Yep, out of the 31. So from the 18 to 31, that's a 13-yard gain there by Parker Babb. So 1st and 10, Portageville was able to find themselves out of the hole. They were able to pull that rabbit out of their hat. Let's see if we have some more tricks up our sleeves. Portageville with the stacks over there on the right. They try to give it to Parker that time. He gets devoured in the backfield. Number 7, Levon Downey with the tackle.
Loss of 2 on the play, going to be 2nd down and 12.
-2 on the rush there from Parker. It'll be 2nd and 12 for our Dogs. 6:40 now left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville trails Kennett 8-6, and we have an official timeout for some water. We'll go ahead and take an official timeout ourselves for some hydration. 8-6 in favor of the Indians. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
Greenpoint Ag is game ready to evaluate and supply your specific agronomic needs, helping you score touchdowns all season long. Your premier provider throughout the South. We're farmer-owned and locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. For more information, contact your local Portageville Greenpoint Ag.
Good luck to the Portageville Bulldogs from Rob Barham and the staff at Greenpoint Ag on State Highway T in Portageville. Call 573-379-3816.
The city of Portageville extends congratulations to the Portageville Bulldogs on another fine year. You represent our school and community in a very positive manner and have contributed to making this year's team one of the best ever to wear the blue and white. On behalf of the city of Portageville, Mayor Michael Cook Jr., Alderman Gary Falk, Dennis McCrate, Rob Smith, Chris Simmons, City Clerk Rachel Rather, and all city employees send their very best wishes. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the city of Portageville.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. If you are watching online, you can see the line to get in. Folks are excited for Friday Night Lights to be back. Ready to see both of these teams in action. Still early in the first quarter. Portageville staring at a 2nd and 12, and we have a penalty. This is starting to remind me a lot of the last time we were here, Mr. Conaway.
Offside penalty against Kennett.
Offside against Kennett. I'll take it as long as it's against the black and gold or the black and yellow. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Dogs.
Second down and 6.
Now, people are excited. I know a lot of people are excited, interested to see what both of these teams look like under a returning coach and a brand spanking new coach. All right, snap. They're going to give it to Parker. And Mr. Babb's going to get about a gain of 1 to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Carry, number 11, Parker Laws, making a stop for Kennett. Number 7, Levon Downey.
As on the PA, you might hear him being referred to as Parker Laws, and on other broadcasts it might be Parker Laws. I've had the young man in class, and he has requested specifically that I refer to him as Parker Babb, and so that is what you'll be hearing me refer to him as. I'm just obeying his particular wishes. So he wants to be known as Parker Babb, not Parker Laws. 3rd and 6. 5:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville's able to convert a 3rd and long earlier this drive. Let's see if we can do it again. Throwing it out. We might get an interference. Doesn't look like it. Pass was intended for Jack Bell.
Incomplete pass, 4th down and 5.
I thought I saw a little bit of jersey there, but I also have a little bit better angle at it than the Mr. Official over there. So 4th and 6 for the Dogs, still in Portageville territory. 5:02 left to go here in the first quarter. All right. Portageville dropping back to punt. Punt is away. I believe that is number 9, the Warlock, Evan Windsor with the punt. Good little punt. So take a Portageville bounce, and good job, Deuce. He's going to get called for roughness.
Penalty flag on the play.
I thought he obeyed the halo, but safety first. So did he make a fair catch? That might be the issue. He made the fair catch signal. So I was focusing more on the beautiful punt by Evan Windsor than necessarily the return man. They're going to wave the flag.
Flag on the play. When the ball hits the ground, there is no fair catch.
When the ball hits the ground, there is no fair catch.
The 1st down and 10 for Kennett from their own.
So 1st and 10 Kennett from their own 24-yard line. 4:53 left to go here in the first quarter. St. Pius 7, Crothersville nothing. Score update for you. Kennett taking their time, getting in the right personnel. Play clock is not running, so. And now it begins. Portageville rocking a little bit more of a 4 front now instead of the 5 front in their kind of hybrid that they run. Kennett is running a little bit more of a spread. They see one guy that they're going to probably try to target. It is a read option. The quarterback makes the right read, but he does still get brought down by number 8, James Shalley for the Dogs. I say, trust me, folks, Shalley is going to be one that you want to keep an eye on. I just love the way he plays, the physicality that he brings to the game. 2nd and 6 for the Indians. Portageville running a 4 front again. Kennett taking their time, letting as much clock run off as possible. A little bit of a haphazard fake into a little dump pass. He finds a nice little seam to get him up to the 1st down. brought down by number 53, Maxie Ordez, and number
Antonio Flakes. That play is good.
number 31. Oh, number 3 and number 1. So it was number 3, Deuce Hickenbottom, and number 11, Parker Babb on the tackle there. My bad. So give Deuce his flowers. 1st and 10 for the Indians. So those little dump passes can eat it up, and we have a timeout, Kennett.
We have a timeout on the field.
3:31 left to go here in the first quarter. Kennett Indians taking a timeout. We'll go ahead and take a timeout with them. Kennett 8, Portageville 6. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. Dogs are out there ready to go. They're barking, ready to get back on the ball. Kennett still deliberating over what they're going to do here on 1st and 10. 3:31 left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville trails the Kennett Indians 6-8. Thank you very much. We have a score update. Crothersville's cut into that St. Pius score. It's St. Pius 7, Crothersville 6. 1st and 10 here in Kennett for the Indians. They're keeping it tight. They're going to do a little bit of a trap play.
On the carry, number 5, Antonio Hollywood.
Antonio Hollywood on the carry. It works out for him. They're going to get a good gain there. He's going to be just shy of the first down. Let's see where they marked him out. They're going to say he crossed out about the 43, so it'll be 2nd and 2. He had himself a head full of steam there, but he just had a bad little angle on it. 3:24 left to go in the first. Let's start that play clock. 10 seconds on the said play clock. Kennett leaving the right side of the field blank. Keeping it tight on the left. Good blocks from the offensive line there from the Indians as they dive into Bulldog territory. Be first down for the Indians. Number 1.
30 flag on the play. Holding penalty against Kennett.
Holding against Kennett. So never mind. Ignore that play. It never happened. It never happened. We'll see where the holding gets walked off as. St. Genevieve 21, St. Vincent 7.
That holding penalty will be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Remains 2nd down, be 2nd down and 12.
So 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It was along the line of scrimmage there. So it's going to push them back. 2nd and 12 for the Indians. That behooves the Dogs. Kennett no longer kind of bunching everything towards one of the side of the field. They're spreading it out. They have a little bit of a disadvantage numbers-wise. Let's see if they try to take advantage of it. They actually are setting up a screen, and he makes one man miss. He makes 2 men miss, and he steps out of bounds. Good screen there from Kennett.
That pass was complete to number 12, Cad Cunningham. That play is good for a Kennett Indian.
So Kennett will move into Bulldog territory. 1st and 10 for Kennett.
49-yard line.
On the Kennett 51. 2:18 left to go here in the first quarter. So it's been a hot minute since we've been here at Kennett. The field looks a lot better. I believe when we used to play Kennett in the past, it was later in the season, October-ish. All right, Kennett going to go to the air here. A nice little bootleg out to the right. Brought down by number 20 for the Dogs, Brody Warren. Brody Warren with the tackle there.
Gain of 6 on the play. Rampage 2nd down and 4.
Gain of 6 for the Indians there. No Bulldog has really come out as the alpha here on defense just yet. Deuce has been getting a lot of tackles, but he's playing a little bit of a corner safety outside backer role, and so you really don't need to see him getting as many tackles. You'd rather be seeing someone like Brody, someone like Eli, or someone like James kind of getting those tackles. 2nd and 4 for the Indians. Bunching it in tight as they send a man in motion. Quarterback trips a little bit, so Portageville could make something out of this, but the quarterback is going to razzle and dazzle and get a Kennett first down.
That play is good for a Kennett Indian. First down.
We're still here in the first quarter. We're under a minute now left to go into the first quarter, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. If Kennett wins this ball game here tonight, that quarterback is the reason why. He has been the X factor. He's been able to make something out of nothing a lot of times. So 1st and 10 for the Indians. Ball on their own on the Portageville 30-yard line. Kennett sending a man in motion. Portageville going to drop back 4. It's a tip pass by Eli Wheeler, but he still comes down with it. He is tackled by Deuce.
Number 3, Zane Franklin, stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Good effort there by Eli Wheeler, but good heads-up play there from the Kennett Indians. Keep the play alive. It'll be a loss of 3, so that benefits the Dogs, but it could have been a lot worse. Improvised plays that do not go as planned, are the things that really bend the game. And so far, those improvised plays have been the ones to benefit the Kennett Indians. 9 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, and I believe Kennett's going to let it go. Nope, they run one last play, in which we're going to see number 53, Maximilio Ordez, get the tackle. And it'll be 3rd and 14 when we return in the second quarter. So here at the end of the first, Kennett 8, Portageville 6. Kennett staring at a 3rd and 14. We'll take a minute break, let some sponsors roll, and we'll be back. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Hi, my name is Reese Roan. And I'm Phoebe Roan. Our parents own Butler Jug, and they are proud supporters of Portageville Bulldog athletics, especially the cheerleaders.
Butler Drug Store has proudly served our hometown community with pharmacy services since 1947. We also offer many vaccines as well as free testing services for COVID, flu, and RSV. Please call our vaccine services for COVID. Please call our. We would love to serve you.
If you're watching online, you got to see the Butler Drug commercial there, and you got to see the amazing wife of Coach Aaron Bidewell, Miss Lauren Bidewell, who works there at Butler Drug. Thank you for Butler Drug for sponsoring us. Thank you to all of our sponsors for helping us bring Bulldog sports to the masses. Second quarter here in Kennett. Portageville trails the Kennett Indians 8-6. So if you ever get to talk to Coach Bidwell, the number one thing you'll kind of walk away from that conversation is his humility. He is a very humble man. He likes to give credit to the people around him that help make him who he is. The first one person he will credit is his wife, Lauren.
So we start our second quarter.
So if you watch the Bulldog Blitz, you'll hear him talk more about Coach Fowler, Coach Penn, Coach Red, of course, and, of course, the players. All right, 3rd and 15. Let's see if Portageville can get the stop here. Parker Babb! Oh, he doesn't come up with the interception, but it falls short. So it'll be 4th and 14 for the Indians.
Incomplete pass will bring up a 4th down and 14.
Would I have liked the turnover? That would have been nice, but if we can just get a stop here, then we have better field position. But we got to get that stop. We have allowed 2 4th down conversion attempts so far this evening. We've bent and we've kept breaking every time when it gets to 4th down. Now is the time to get off of the field. Portageville running a hybrid 6 front. And Kennett showing a very tight formation as they go to the air. They do got an open man, and he's going to score. 4th down, and we let the bleeding commence. Ouch. Wide open there. He was able, there was confusion with the trips. They were able to get past the defense, get past our deepest man, be wide open for the touchdown that now makes it a 14-6 ball game. Kennett with the swinging gate. We had a chance to get off the field, and instead we let it all out. Kennett getting on one last man in on the line there. Last time Kennett tried a PAT attempt, it went a little awry, and looks like Kennett's going to take a timeout just to verify that they're doing this correctly. We'll take a timeout with them. Portageville trails Kennett 14-6. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Amy Pryor, Assistant Prosecutor for New Madrid County, proudly supports the Portageville Bulldogs as they gear up for another exciting season. With dedication, grit, and team spirit, these athletes are ready to make their community proud. As they take the field, Amy Pryor stands behind them, cheering on their commitment and heart. She knows success comes from perseverance, and these Bulldogs are built for it. Best of luck this season to the Portageville Bulldogs. From New Madrid County Assistant Prosecutor Amy Pryor.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans, here for the PAT attempt. Kennett had 3 penalties last time they were on a PAT attempt, and it ended up becoming a 30-yard 2-point conversion attempt. That was good, by the way, if you're keeping track at home. This time, Kennett is not going to try for the swinging gate. They're just going to go ahead and set up for a straight-up PAT attempt. And number 52, Austin Gaddis, he's going to put it up, and it goes through the uprights. Good. So now the score is Kennett 15, Portageville 6. It's a 2-score game now in favor of the Indians. We'll be back here in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers in the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. Kennett 15, Portageville 6. Kennett kicking off. It's going to go to the up back, and it's fielded by number 34 for the Dogs. That being Blake Novak, sophomore.
Number 34, Blake Novak, making a stop for Kennett. Number 9, Jack Boone.
So decent field position to start off for the Dogs.
Portageville take over 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 42 for the Dogs. 11:37 left to go here in the second quarter. We'll see what Portageville does. This is their second offensive series. First one had some glimpses of promise. We'll see what we can pull out of the hat this time. Max Warren back at QB. Looks like Brody Warren and James next to him. Quarterback keeper, misread.
The quarterback keeper, number 7, Max Warren.
And so he gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
No gain of the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 10.
So Max pretty much had the option of kind of picking what play he went with. He probably should have went one way, but he ended up having to keep it. 2nd and 9. Parker Babb now in the place of Brody Warren. Going to pitch it out to Parker Babb. He's going to try to stretch it. He does find a second gear as he gets enough for that first, plus some.
On the carry, number 11, Parker Laws, run out of bounds at the Kennett 47-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for Portageville.
Gain of about 13 there for Parker. Enough for the Bulldog first down. So Portageville has to put some points up on the board here to kind of keep it within punching distance. Coming quick out of the huddle. They got 5 seconds on the play clock, and it is a timeout, Portageville.
And a timeout on the field. This timeout charged to Portageville.
All right. Portageville not liking what they're seeing, trying to figure out what to run here on first down. We'll take a timeout with them. Kennett 15, Portageville 6. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
The Portageville School District Administration and Board of Directors salute the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another championship year. Congratulations from Superintendent of Schools Barry Branscombe, Board President Jared Warren, Vice President Michael Prince, Treasurer Matt Brasher, Secretary John Warren, and Directors Butch Williams, Donna Hawkins, and Lewis Roan. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, and students of the Portageville School District.
All right, welcome back, Bulldog football fans. 10-11 left to go here in the first half. Portageville trails Kennett 15-9. 10-11 left to go here, as I just said. Scott City 25, East Prairie nothing. Kennett, or you know that score. Crothersville 12, St. Pius 7. 1st and 10 here for our Dogs. Another misread there. It was intended for Parker, and Max ended up having to keep it.
Number 7, Max Warren. Getting that tackle for Kennett. Number 7, Levon Downing.
So the misread is coming from the back.
2nd down and 10.
So the Kennett coaching staff over here to my right were jumping up and down for joy whenever the misread occurred. 9:40 now left to go. So Portageville just got to get all on the right page. First game, trying to get everything in sync. They are trying out some new stuff. And we do have a flag.
Tony flag on the play.
Delay a game against the Dogs. Move them back 5, and it'll be 2nd and 15. So Portageville just needs to get to halftime, either down at the current score, down 9, or if we can cut into it. But that's the biggest thing we probably need to do right here, right now, is get to halftime. But Parker Babb, he's going to try to make the most out of what he's got in front of him. An 8-yard gain there for Parker Babb. That time he was running off of the center's right side. Nice little dive there for Parker. So instead of 3rd and forever, we got 3rd and short. 8:48 now left to go here in the half. All right, giving it to James Shalley this time. He's going to get close to the first down, but I think this is be just shy.
On the carry, number 8, James Shalley.
It'll be a gain of probably about 4.
52, Austin Gaddis.
And it will be short. It'll be 4th and 1.
Just short of the first down. The 4th down and 1.
So far, it's been the Parker Babb show on offense. He's been our main go-to back outside of the misreads that have ended up in Max's hands. We've seen James get a couple touches, and we went to the air once. This time it's a quarterback keeper. Do we get enough of a push? And it looks like we did. Officials signaling clock run. And we're going to get a measure. And they are going to give it to Portageville, so no measure.
10 for Portageville from the Kennett 37-yard line.
We don't have to break out the meter stick now. We can just go ahead and give the Dogs that first down. It'll be 1st and 10, Portageville. 7:40 now left to go here in the first half. Dogs keeping the drive alive. Keeping the dream alive. 10 seconds left on the play clock. We've had some issues with the play clock here tonight already. 5 seconds. Still not in position, and we're going to have a timeout, Portageville.
So a timeout on the field. This timeout charged to Portageville.
So timeout, Dogs, to prevent another delay of game. Kennett 15, Portageville 6, 9-point lead for the Indians. 7:15 left to go here in the first half. We'll be back here in a few. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
Greenpoint Ag is game ready to evaluate and supply your specific agronomic needs, helping you score touchdowns all season long. Your premier provider throughout the South. We're farmer-owned and locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. For more information, contact your local Portageville Greenpoint Ag.
Good luck to the Portageville Bulldogs from Rob Barham and the staff at Greenpoint Ag on State Highway T in Portageville. Call 573-379-3816.
Yep. All right, welcome back, Bulldog football faithful. 15-6 is the score in favor of the Indians over our Dogs. 7:15 left to go here in the half. Portageville staring at a 1st and 10. Decent little drive for the Dogs. Can we keep it rolling? All right, handoff. Parker Babb gets a good little carry there.
On the carry, number 20, Brody Warren.
My bad, it was Brody Warren, the Broadster. Brody the Bruiser with the carry. He gets a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. All right, 2nd and 3 for the Dogs now after the carry from Brody Warren. Outside of the misreads, Portageville's run game has not looked bad. Bad snap, but it was able to make something out of nothing. Giving it to Brody Warren in those fresh legs, giving the Bulldogs a first down. That's a 10-yard gain. That's good enough to put us in the Baker red zone. Shout out to Baker Implement, of course, headquartered here in Kennett, Missouri. Drove past the Baker headquarters on my way in tonight. We have official timeout for an injured player. Looks like an injured Indian. We'll keep it here as he gets off the field. Looks like it'll probably be cramps this early in the season. See, Sykeston 35, Crystal City nothing. Dexter 19, Malden nothing. Farmington 21, North County nothing. St. John 28, St. Vincent 14. Valley View 14, Poplar Bluff 12, and Scott City 25, East Prairie nothing. Those are the local area scores for you. 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Dogs. All right, giving it to Brody Warren again. Keeping it with the hot hand. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
Number 20, Brody Warren. Making a stop for Kennett, number 52, Austin Gaddis.
You don't need a home run. You can win a baseball game with a lot of doubles. You don't always have to have the home run ball. All right, we have the official timeout.
The officials timeout on the field.
All right, so we'll go ahead and take a timeout with the officials. I imagine for water, just because it's past the 6-minute mark. That is indeed what it is. So here at the 6-minute water break, Kennett leads Portageville 15-6, but the Dogs are threatening. We'll be back here in a few. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
The city of Portageville extends congratulations to the Portageville Bulldogs on another fine year. You represent our school and community in a very positive manner and have contributed to making this year's team one of the best ever to wear the blue and white. On behalf of the city of Portageville, Mayor Michael Cook Jr., Alderman Gary Falk, Dennis McCrate, Rob Smith, Chris Simmons, City Clerk Rachel Rather, and all city employees send their very best wishes. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the city of Portageville.
Jackson, that match starting here in Kennett.
Welcome back, Bulldog football faithful. The Kennett PA announcer is currently talking about the Kennett sports schedule coming up. Right now, Bulldog football and Bulldog volleyball are the two big things going on for the Dogs. Make sure to come out and support the Lady Dogs, who are already off to a hot start. I know they won last night against North Penn. They were playing Risco this evening. Don't have the results of that just yet, but I'm positive Coach Sasha has them going in the right direction. 2nd and 5, ball on the floor.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Portageville.
Portageville luckily recovers it. It's going to be a loss of about a yard, but ooh, you don't want to see a fumble in that situation.
Lawson.
Valley Catholic 21, Monroe City 6.
Lost 2 on the play, we're into 3rd down and 7.
Valley Catholic, a 3A school this year. So we dodged a bullet there. Portageville, of course, in Class 1, District 1, 5 teams, including the Dogs. A very nice district for the Dogs. All right, we're going to give it to James. And Shalley's going to lose yardage on the pitch. Loss of 2, making it 4th and 8.
4th down and 7.
Let's see what Portageville does here in 4th and long. Kennett found pay dirt facing a 4th down TOD. Maybe Portageville can find the same. Regardless, this has been a good drive for the Dogs. It has kept the ball out of Kennett's hands, ate a lot of clock off of that clock. Portageville's going to get a penalty unless Brody Warren can get off the field, and we have a timeout. Dogs. 12 players on the field, so Portageville had to burn the timeout to prevent the penalty. So We'll keep it here for right now. 4:22 left to go here in the first half. And we'll run down some of these scores. Monty has been lighting us up. Thank you, Monty, back there at the station. Scott City 32, East Prairie 8, Valley Catholic 21, Monroe City 6, St. Genevieve 35, St. Vincent 21, Sykeston 35, Crystal City nothing, Dexter 19, Malden nothing, Farmington 21, North County nothing, Valley View 14, Poplar Bluff 12, and last update from Crothersville 12, St. Pius 7. About a decade ago, Portageville traveled up to St. Pius up there at Festus and started off our season. It's been about 15 years since Portageville has played here at Kennett. All right, so 4th and 7 here for the Dogs. They're going to go to the air. Throw to Deuce. Deuce comes down with it. Touchdown, Dogs!
That pass complete to number 1.
An 18-yard touchdown grab for Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom, and the Bulldogs are right back in this. The score is now Kennett 15, Portageville 12, and we're going to see the Dogs go for 2 here. So as mentioned, Nate Swims, our PAT kicker, suffered a little bit of an injury earlier this week. We don't know when he will be back or if he will be back. And it appears that no one won the PAT job in practice this week. And plus, we're down by 3, might as well go for 2 as we suffer a delay of game. Beginning of the year jitters as always. Not just Portageville, but Kennett has suffered from the delay of game plague.
Retry the extra point attempt.
All right, so it'll be an 8-yard 2-point conversion attempt. I believe if this was the XFL, this would be for 3 points. But here in high school, it's still just 2 as Max rolls out. He tries to go towards the middle, and there is a flag. And it looks like it's against Kennett.
2-point conversion is no good. There's a penalty flag on the play.
So the conversion attempt was no good, but we'll see the penalty. I imagine it might get assessed on the kickoff, depending on the penalty. All right, it was pass interference against the offense.
Was against Portageville.
And, of course, they're going to decline that.
So conversion is no good.
So the score will remain Kennett 15, Portageville 12 as we get ready for the kickoff. We'll be back here in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. Coach Bidwell not happy with a call there. He was out there talking with the head zebra. 4:15 left to go here in the first half as Portageville's getting ready to kick it off to Kennett. Portageville has to keep a clean sheet for 4 minutes and 15 seconds. If we can go into half down by 3, that will be gravy, a.k.a. poutine, as some people would say. Max Warren to kick for the Dogs. And 3 Indians back to receive. Going to go out of bounds, so.
Kick goes out of bounds. That's a penalty flag.
That's a penalty. It will be an automatic decent field position for the Indians. Sykeston 42, Crystal City nothing. Week 1 here in Southeast Missouri. Of course, next week, me and Mr. Conway will bring action to you from Hayti, Missouri. On the road again. Our first home game is not until week 3. 1st and 10 from the 35 for Kennett. Week 3 will be Portageville's first home game of the season against Confluence Prep Academy, and I believe they have a hybrid. They have a situation similar to Scott City Chaffee, and they are having another school kind of supplement it. All right, Portageville running a 4-front here as Scott City's going trips right. We had good pressure, but we couldn't bring them down. James Shalley is going to get the tackle, but not until there's a decent little gain. Looks like a gain of about 6.
Gain of 6 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 4.
They get in the backfield, they get their hands on them, but they can't get them down. They meet them at the line of scrimmage. They have their hands on them. They can't bring them down. It's not enough just to meet them. You got to bring them down. Ends up being a gain of 6, though, so 2nd and 4 for Kennett. 3:30 now left to go here in the first half. Very similar formation. Bunched up. All right, handoff, wide open alley there for him. James Shalley saves the day again, but it'll still be enough for a Kennett first down, plus some.
That play is good for a Kennett first down.
Kennett comes rumbling and bumbling all the way into Bulldog territory. Looks like they're going to be set up on about the 27-yard line of the Bulldogs. So I can hear both coaching staffs up here on top of the press box. Kennett was really excited about the positioning of the safety, and Portageville was not happy about the positioning of the safety. All right, we got trips left, still going trips towards the short side of the field, playing like a arena football style. And we once again get him in the backfield, but can't bring him down. He's finally tackled by T-Dog, Terrence Boyd. But not until he gets a gain of about 4.
Gain of 3 of the play.
It could have been a loss of a couple, but instead, Kennett gets on the positive yardage side. 2nd and 7 for the Indians, as I give number 66 his tackle. .230 left to go here in the first half. So far, the clock style has been helping Portageville, but this short field is not looking good for the Dogs as we hear a whistle before play gets underway. All right. Offsides on the offense. Move it back 5. It'll be 2nd and 11.
A 5-yard penalty. Also brings pace 2nd down. Be 2nd down and 11.
So ball on the or the Portageville 29-yard line as we get closer to the 2-minute drill. Kennett is sending a man out there on an island by himself. Keep an eye out for that, but they do tend to like to run to the short side of the field, and they are going to get a whole bunch of yards, and that's enough for another Kennett first down.
That play is good.
Forced out of bounds by James Shalley before the Kennett Indian first down. I'm actually kind of impressed Kennett's willingness to play in that 20 yards that is the inside hash of their offense. Once again, the majority of the players are on the short side field of the hash. This time they do pitch it off, but we did get a good penetration there from number 52, Tay Bogan. Looked like number 30, Novak with the tackle there. CJ Miller, never mind. Yep, that's CJ Miller who had the tackle there. Good job. Getting the TFL, the tackle for a loss. 2nd and 17. 55 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs just need to hold. Hold, Dogs, hold. And we have a timeout, Kennett, it looks like. No, we have a flag on the field.
Penalty flag on the play.
Illegal substitution against Kennett. Illegal substitution, push it back even further.
The 5-yard penalty remains 2nd down.
Buys Portageville a lot more breathing room here. 46 seconds left here in the half. Kennett does get to start with the ball, but the Dogs need to prevent a score here. Can the Dogs stay? Kennett going to the spread and going to the air. It's going to be a screen to the other side. Decentish job staying home, but they can't get him. It's a touchdown, Kennett.
Touchdown, Indians.
A 27-yard or 22-yard screen pass, or 27-yard screen pass that results in a touchdown for Kennett. Once again, the Dogs have them where they want them, but the Indians find a way out. Score is 21-12 now in favor of Kennett as they enter the swinging gate. High snap here in the swinging gate. They're just going to throw it up, and they're going to make the 2-point conversion.
The 2-point conversion is good.
They're going to make the 2-point conversion, and so the score is now Kennett 23, Portageville 12.
Kennett 23.
19 seconds left to go here in the first half. We're going to be back in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Hi, my name is Reese Roan. And I'm Phoebe Run. Our parents own Butler Jug, and they are proud supporters of Portageville Bulldog athletics, especially the cheerleaders.
Butler Drugstore has proudly served our hometown community with pharmacy services since 1947. We also offer many vaccines as well as free testing services for COVID, flu, and RSV. Please call or stop by to see how we can help you with your healthcare needs. We would love to serve you.
All right, welcome back. Oh, and ball just gets popped out, and it's a touchdown, Kennett.
Touchdown, Indians. On the fumble recovery, number 8, Elijah Covington.
So the play had already started by the time that ad was wrapping up. You saw, if you were watching online, you saw what happened. The Bulldog returner was able to pick up the ball, and then the forced fumble happened that resulted in the Indian touchdown. And when it rains, it pours, folks. It's now Kennett 29, Portageville 12. Just shows that it can start to get away from you pretty quickly. We'll see if Portageville can regroup here at halftime with about 10 seconds left before we get to said halftime. Another high snap. He's going to dump it off to his running back, and that's another 2 points for the Kennett Indians.
On that reception, number 4, Nick Honda.
Kennett 31, Portageville 12. 10.7 seconds left to go here in the first half. We'll be back here in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
If disaster strikes, what would happen to your business? Let the professional team at Ellington Insurance make sure you're covered. Ellington Insurance offers a wide range of services from group and property insurance to commercial general liability, business auto, small business and workers' comp from companies you trust like Philadelphia, Liberty Mutual, Columbia, and Travelers. Ellington Insurance understands the needs of local businesses because they're one too. Contact them today and get covered in Portageville and Caruthersville or online at ellingtoninsurance.com.
The Portageville Bulldogs are off to another exciting season in their quest for a state championship. Lewis Roan Farms is a booster and supporter of Portageville High School sports throughout the year and extends their best wishes to the teams, coaches, players, and fans as they carry on the proud tradition of Bulldog sports with hard work, practice, and determination. Good luck and best wishes to the Portageville Bulldogs from Lewis Roan Farms in Portageville.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. 10 seconds left to go here in the first half. A half that has seen its highs and its lows, and I don't think we've reached a valley this low yet. So the kickoff is fielded by number 34 for the Dogs. Another big hit, but luckily number 34, Blake Novak, holds on to it.
On the return, number 34,
and Portageville will have 6 seconds to go to run one play. Do we go for broke and just throw something crazy, or do we take a knee, head to halftime, lick our paws, and try to figure out how to stop the bleeding?
Portageville have the ball first and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
So it'll be first and 10, Portageville, ball on our own 34-yard line. Let's see what goes on. Looks like they're going to leave Jack Bell alone on an island. They do send one defender out there. And we are just going to hand it off to the Broadster. Bromeister, Brody Warren.
On the carry, number 20, Brody Warren.
He's going to get a gain of 8, and there'll be 1 second left. He was forced out of bounds.
Gain of 9 in the play.
They're going to give him 9, so it'll be 2nd and 1 here with 1 second left in the half. Man, the last 3 minutes here for the Kennett Indians has been feast, and it has been famine for the Dogs. We got 5 seconds to get a playoff before we get a delay of game. 2 seconds. We do get the playoff as we hand it off to Brody Warren. He'll get enough for the first down, but that's all she wrote for the first half. Portageville trails Kennett 31-12. We'll be back here in a couple minutes. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there. Call Jay Ward or Jack Giles in Portageville at 573-379-3461.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett. School has started back. Maybe your child needs a brand new mattress set that he's outgrown. Football is kicking off, and we've got the recliners and the big screen TVs for you to sit and watch and enjoy the game. Come see us, Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri, a family furniture tradition for over 75 years.
At First State Bank and Trust, Your future matters to us. Whether opening your first checking account or growing savings for the future, we're here to help with innovative tools and personalized service. FSBT offers a range of deposit options to fit your needs. For nearly a century, we've been committed to the financial needs of our local customers. Secure your future with a bank that's been trusted for generations of families in Southeast Missouri. First State Bank and Trust. Your money, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Amy Pryor, Assistant Prosecutor for New Madrid County, proudly supports the Portageville Bulldogs as they gear up for another exciting season. With dedication, grit, and team spirit, these athletes are ready to make their community proud. As they take the field, Amy Pryor stands behind them, cheering on their commitment and heart. She knows success comes from perseverance, and these Bulldogs are built for it. Best of luck this season to the Portageville Bulldogs. From New Madrid County Assistant Prosecutor Amy Pryor.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers in the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
The Portageville School District Administration and Board of Directors salute the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another championship year. Congratulations from Superintendent of Schools Barry Branscombe, Board President Jared Warren, Vice President Michael Prince, Treasurer Matt Brasher, Secretary John Warren, and Directors Butch Williams, Donna Hawkins, and Lewis Roan. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, and students of the Portageville School District.
Greenpoint Ag is game ready to evaluate and supply your specific agronomic needs, helping you score touchdowns all season long. Your premier provider throughout the South. We're farmer owned and locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. For more information, contact your local Portageville Greenpoint Ag.
Good luck to the Portageville Bulldogs from Rob Barham and the staff at Greenpoint Ag on State Highway T in Portageville. Call 573-379-3816.
The city of Portageville extends congratulations to the Portageville Bulldogs on another fine year. You represent our school and community in a very positive manner and have contributed to making this year's team one of the best ever to wear the blue and white. On behalf of the city of Portageville, Mayor Michael Cook Jr., Alderman Gary Falk, Dennis McCrate, Rob Smith, Chris Simmons, City Clerk Rachel Rather, and all city employees send their very best wishes. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the city of Portageville.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Basketball and baseball.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. I know I'm going to try to go to Kennett is currently doing their Hall of Fame induction. If it's difficult for y'all to hear me, just holler at me on the holler at me on my phone, text me. A lot of y'all have my number, and just say I can't really hear you, and we'll send it back to some commercials. And once the Hall of Fame ceremony gets over, we will resume with the halftime show. But here at halftime, the score is Kennett 31, Portageville 12. It started off promising for the Dogs. We had a 65-yard touchdown return from Parker Babb, and Portageville was up 6-0. It was looking like we were on a gravy train with biscuit wheels. But then Kennett crept back. They had a couple of 4th and longs that turned into touchdowns that gave them the brief advantage of a 9-point lead. Portageville was able to cut into that with a nice drive capped off by an 18-yard touchdown pass to number 1 Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom. But then the wheels really fell off and those biscuits got soggy. Portageville allowed for a 4th and long touchdown again. We had a fumble recovery that was stripped and scored a touchdown. And so what was a 2-point lead, all of a sudden landslided into a 19-point lead for the Indians. Right now for our stats, on offense, our leading rusher is number 20, Brody Warren. We've seen him near the end here, getting involved a lot more. He has 34 yards, so expect us to lean on Brody the Bruiser a little bit more. He's followed up by number 11, Parker Babb, who has 33 yards rushing. He also has that 65-yard touchdown return on a kickoff. And then number 8, James Shalley, he has 3 tackles. The only successful pass we had was that touchdown pass to number 1, Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom. On defense, nothing really to talk about. Has been fairly even across the tackle chart. James Shalley, number 8, is the leader according to my count with 3. But then you have number 53 for the Dogs, Maxie Ordez with 2. You have number 11, Parker Babb with 2. You have number 1, Deuce with 2. You have number 50, senior Eli Wheeler with 2. Number 52, Tay Bogan with 1. You have number 20, Brody Warren with 1. You have number 66, Terrence Boyd with 1, and number 30 for the Dogs being C.J. Miller with 1. Other than that, nothing really to write home about outside of that touchdown return at the beginning and that Deuce touchdown. It's just the Portageville Bulldogs have Kennett where they want them. They just have to be able to capitalize and get off of the field. And not only have Portageville not been able to get off the field, they have bled out on those particular opportunities. Both are on 4th and long. If we just get a stop, we're off the field, resulted in 8 points for the Kennett Indians. If Portageville has any hopes of turning this thing around here tonight, they cannot have that happen. So we got about 12 minutes left. This Hall of Fame ceremony is still going on, and I believe the band will play after that. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me a little bit better once the Hall of Fame ceremony is over. We got 12 minutes left. I'll take about another 3-minute timeout. Let some more sponsors roll, and hopefully this Hall of Fame ceremony will be over. Portageville trails Kennett 31-12 here at Kennett on the opening weekend here in Missouri high school football. So we'll be back in 3. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
Hi, my name is Reese Roan. And I'm Phoebe Run. Our parents own Butler Jug, and they are proud supporters of Portageville Bulldog athletics, especially the cheerleaders.
Butler Drugstore has proudly served our hometown community with pharmacy services since 1947. We also offer many vaccines as well as free testing services for COVID, flu, and RSV. Please call or stop by to see how we can help you with your healthcare needs. We would love to serve you.
If disaster strikes, what would happen to your business? Let the professional team at Ellington Insurance make sure you're covered. Ellington Insurance offers a wide range of services from group and property insurance to commercial general liability, business auto, small business and workers' comp from companies you trust like Philadelphia, Liberty Mutual, Columbia, and Travelers. Ellington Insurance understands the needs of local businesses because they're one too. Contact them today and get covered in Portageville and Caruthersville or online at ellingtoninsurance.com.
The Portageville Bulldogs are off to another exciting season in their quest for a state championship. Lewis Roan Farms is a booster and supporter of Portageville High School sports throughout the year and extends their best wishes to the teams, coaches, players, and fans as they carry on the proud tradition of Bulldog sports with hard work, practice, and determination. Good luck and best wishes to the Portageville Bulldogs from Lewis Roan Farms in Portageville.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there. Call Jay Ward or Jack Giles in Portageville at 573-379-3461.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett. School has started back. Maybe your child needs a brand new mattress set that he's outgrown. Football is kicking off, and we've got the recliners and the big screen TVs for you to sit and watch and enjoy the game. Come see us, Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri, a family furniture tradition for over 75 years.
At First State Bank and Trust, your future matters to us. Whether opening your first checking account or growing savings for the future, we're here to help with innovative tools and personalized service. FSBT offers a range of deposit options to fit your needs. For nearly a century, we've been committed to the financial needs of our local customers. Secure your future with a bank that's been trusted for generations of families in Southeast Missouri. First State Bank and Trust. Your money, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Amy Pryor, Assistant Prosecutor for New Madrid County, proudly supports the Portageville Bulldogs as they gear up for another exciting season. With dedication, grit, and team spirit, these athletes are ready to make their community proud. As they take the field, Amy Pryor stands behind them, cheering on their commitment and heart. She knows success comes from perseverance, and these Bulldogs are built for it. Best of luck this season to the Portageville Bulldogs. From New Madrid County Assistant Prosecutor Amy Pryor.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers in the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
The Portageville School District Administration and Board of Directors salute the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another championship year. Congratulations from Superintendent of Schools Barry Branscombe, Board President Jared Warren, Vice President Michael Prince, Treasurer Matt Brasher, Secretary John Warren, and Directors Butch Williams, Donna Hawkins, and Lewis Roan. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, and students of the Portageville School District.
All right, welcome back, Bulldog football fans. As you're watching online, you're about to see the Kennett Marching Band take the field and close out halftime here in the last about 6.5 minutes. Sorry about the audio interference from the PA. They have us literally right underneath the PA speaker, so it's a little bit of a fight for us. But if you're watching online, please enjoy the band and their formations. You're going to have to deal with my droning on of the voice, but at least you'll be able to watch the band. If you're listening on traditional means, audio online or 107 or 103.7 or 1050 AM, you're a real one, and we appreciate you. So, Portageville started off the night looking great. We had a 65-yard touchdown return off a kickoff from Parker Babb, and Portageville went up 6-0 early. It looked like it was going to be a good night for the Dogs. But then the 4th and longs came in. Kennett put together a really excellent drive, ate about 12 minutes off the clock, but was facing a 4th and 12 that they eventually converted for a touchdown, which then made it a 6-6 ball game. Then Kennett had multiple penalties that pushed them to a 30-yard 2-point conversion attempt, which ended up becoming good to make it an 8-6 ball game. Portageville didn't have much success on their first actual offensive series. We saw some glimpses here and there, but we ended up putting the ball back, and Kennett was able to strike again, once again, off of a 4th and forever. A broken play. Their quarterback, a very athletic young man, he has been able to keep them into this game. He is the person that you could probably credit Kennett getting a victory if the score stays the same tonight. He can make something out of nothing. Kennett goes up by 2 scores, and Portageville is down by 9 points. It's 15-6 in favor of the Indians. But Portageville comes back. They put together a decent little drive of their own. They're staring at a 4th down themselves, and they're able to throw an 18-yard strike to number 1, Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom, to make it a 1-score ball game. Things seem to be looking pretty good for Portageville. They just have 4 minutes left to go in the half. All we have to do is get to halftime. We're down by 2. It's still within striking distance, and that's when the wheels kind of fell off. When it rains, it pours, folks. And the thing is, Kennett's not necessarily beating us because they are a superior team. Like, it's all broken plays. Portageville's biggest enemy right now are themselves. Another 4th and forever. All we have to do is get a stop, and we get off the field. Portageville allows a touchdown on 4th and 22. Then we have the 2-point conversion attempt. There's a high snap. It's botched. We think, okay, that should be it. The bleeding is done. Nope. Kennett is able to convert the 2-point conversion off of the high snap and the bobble that looked like it shouldn't have gone anywhere. Fast forward to the very next play. On the kickoff, Portageville gets the ball. Fumble, forced fumble. Really good hit there by Kennett. I cannot deny that, but a forced fumble that gets a scoop and score. Kennett is now up 29-12. Once again, another high snap on the 2-point conversion attempt. It should go poorly, and then
all right, everybody, let's get on your feet for
it is a
song.
2-point conversion attempt. That is good, and the score is Kennett 31, Portageville 12. Portageville is their biggest, worst enemy at the moment. We have Kennett where we want them. We got them pinned back. We have, all we have to do is just get a stop, and we allow for the worst possible thing to happen. They're busted plays. I had somebody messaging me during the game who was watching wherever they're watching at, and they said all of the scores that Kennett has made have been on busted plays, aside from the kickoff return, scoop and score. So Portageville has not looked bad. Portageville could pull this off. I really appreciate seeing Brody Warren kind of find his rhythm. Parker Babb has been a nice addition to the offense. There's been a couple misreads from the running backs, and so Max has felt that he needed to try to make something out of nothing. Luckily, he gets back to the line of scrimmage each time, but if we can just clean up on those mistakes, if we just clean up on some of those mistakes that we're getting on the snap, and if we can just get off the field on 3rd and 4th down, Portageville looks like a pretty good team, and I'm excited to see what they do going into Hayti next week. Let's see if we can clean it up, make it a respectable game here in the second half here against Kennett. We got about another minute. They're going to probably put 3 to 5 additional on the clock after this minute is up. So we're going to let some more sponsors roll, and then we'll come back with the second half of your ball game. Once again, here at halftime, the score is Kennett 31, Portageville 12. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Greenpoint Ag is game ready to evaluate and supply your specific agronomic needs. Helping you score touchdowns all season long. Your premier provider throughout the South. We're farmer owned and locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. For more information, contact your local Portageville Greenpoint Ag.
Good luck to the Portageville Bulldogs from Rob Barham and the staff at Greenpoint Ag on State Highway T in Portageville. Call 573-379-3816.
The city of Portageville extends congratulations to the Portageville Bulldogs on another fine year. You represent our school and community in a very positive manner and have contributed to making this year's team one of the best ever to wear the blue and white. On behalf of the city of Portageville, Mayor Michael Cook Jr., Alderman Gary Falk, Dennis McCrate, Rob Smith, Chris Simmons, City Clerk Rachel Rather, and all city employees send their very best wishes. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the city of Portageville.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Hi, my name is Reese Roan. And I'm Phoebe Roan. Our parents own Butler Jug, and they are proud supporters of Portageville Bulldog athletics, especially the cheerleaders.
Butler Drugstore has proudly served our hometown community with pharmacy services since 1947. We also offer many vaccines as well as free testing services for COVID, flu, and RSV. Please call or stop by to see how we can help you with your healthcare needs. We would love to serve you.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. 1 minute left to go here in halftime. Portageville trails the Kennett Indians 31-12, a 19-point deficit for the Dogs. The biggest story, the last 4 minutes of the first half, it rained and it poured all over the Bulldogs. The Kennett Indians feasted on some points, storming out to that 19-point lead that they're currently enjoying. Kennett does get to start with the ball here in the second half due to the fact that they deferred. Some local area scores for you as we're waiting. Dexter 34, Malden nothing. Hayti 16, Lighthouse Christian 2. A safety alert there in that game. Charleston 14, Kelly 7. Sykeston 56, Crystal City nothing. Cape Central 14, New Madrid County Central nothing. Thayer 21, Highland 6, and St. Genevieve 42, St. Vincent 21. Just a friendly reminder, the districts were released earlier today. Portageville's in Class 1, District 1, and our district contains Charleston, Hayti, Malden, ourselves, and the new program, Saxony Lutheran. Even though it's not been the best night for the Portageville so far, hopefully the second half will be a little bit more advantageous for the Dogs. That district lineup, though, does look promising. Next week against Hayti will be a big telltale sign, and a lot of people have Charleston as a pretty good contender of winning that particular district as well. So us, Hayti, and Charleston kind of competing for top dog of the district. Just had to beat 4 other teams to move on in the playoffs. 12 minutes on the clock for the start of the third quarter. Max Warren back to kick. And we're underway. Going to go to the up back again. He's going to field it at about the 30. Gets tripped up. by number 24 for the Dogs. I believe that is Caden Jones.
Take over 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
Caden Jones, a sophomore here at Portageville. He's excited about tonight. I was talking to him at school today. Glad to see that he's getting a tackle, getting some involvement in there tonight. I'm always glad to see my sophomores do well. I'm happy for all Bulldogs, but the sophomores are the class that I kind of spend the most time with outside of the seniors, so I'm always glad to see them do well. All right, 1st and 10 for Kennett. Ball on their own 42-yard line. Once again, I call this kind of arena football style. They only use about 30 yards of the field. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Good read by the quarterback because he's going to get a huge chunk of yardage. It'll be 30 yards. Brought down on the play by number 30, C.J. Miller. Another sophomore, C.J. Miller. Kennett is now in Bulldog territory. It'll be 1st and 10 on the Dog 35-yard line. Continuing to work that small side of the field. Portageville having to stay a little bit honest. They're sending out at least one man to cover the far guy. As they fake the sweep, they go up the middle. Tackled by number 66 for the Dogs. That is Terrence Boyd. Big Terrence Boyd. T-Dog, as I like to call him sometimes. Him and Xavier Smith, they used to sit next to each other in class. They have very similar hairdos, and I would call one X-Dog and one T-Dog. They look like a tag team. All right, 2nd and 9 here for the Indians. Nice wide receiver screen out there in the flats. But keeping it tight, number 1, Antonio Deuce Hickenbottom gets the tackle. He finally gets to the top of the tackle charge. It'll be third and 4 for the Indians. 10-16 left to go here in the third quarter. I am really in awe of this offensive system that Kennett is running. It's all within the outside hash. Why use all the field when you only need 20 yards? This time they got 2 men on the far side, spread it out a little bit more. It's going to be a read option quarterback keeper. And that quarterback's going to make some plays. Ty Jones, he'll get another Indian first down. They'll be in the Baker implement red zone for the Kennett Indians. Number 20, Brody Warren with the tackle there. Not necessarily the way that Portageville is hoping to come out of on defense. We do have a Bulldog player down. Looks like he's tying a shoe. Equipment issue with Deuce. All right, clock back underway. Kennett continues to spread it out a little bit more. Another tipped pass there by number 50, Eli Wheeler. Actually, that was number 60 for the Dogs, who is Braden Jeffries. Braden Jeffries with the tip there. The Dragon Slayer, as he wants me to call him. That time he got a tip. This time the tip ended up going to the ground. It wasn't like last time when Portageville got a tip that was caught by the Indian receiver. 9 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Bad snap. Can Portageville capitalize? They're going to get a loss of yardage. Braden Jeffries is able to dive on top of him to get the tackle.
Loss back to the 25-yard line.
A TFL of -12.
Will be 3rd down and 20.
3rd and 20 for the Kennett Indians. But this is kind of where Kennett thrives, is whenever they have long yardage and short downs in front of them. 20 yards to convert here for Kennett. 2 downs to do it. All right, they're going to do a reverse. It's on the ground. He picks it up, and Deuce is able to knock him out of bounds before he gets a decent amount of gain. Antonio Hollywood recovers his own fumble on the bounce. Makes it 4th and 15. Can the Bulldogs get off the field? Can we get a TOD? That's what we are looking for.
Bring up a 4th down and 15.
We've been in the situation multiple times tonight. The worst possible outcome has happened each and every time. Can we prevent this Groundhog Day from happening? Can Bill Murray fall in love? Bad snap. He's going to recover it. He's going to try to take it to himself. Oh, he laterals it backwards. It's still live, and that will be a turnover on downs. Portageville is able to get off the field.
The lateral is there a fumble. Kennett covers a fumble. They will turn it over on downs.
A TOD, loss of yardage on there with the lateral too. Portageville's going to have decentish field position. It'll be 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Ball on their own 33.
32-yard line.
PA says 32. We'll just go ahead and say 32. But 1st and 10 for the Dogs. Portageville finally able to get off the field on a 4th down. The thing that all of you out there in Bulldog Nation have been hoping for all night. You know what they say about ifs and buts. Let's not worry about them, and let's worry about getting down the field as we give it to James Shalley.
On the carry, number 8, James Shalley.
James is going to get a gain of about about 12. Never mind, not 12. The chains were moving on me. They didn't have the chains set right, so it'll be a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. It was confusing me there for a moment. I looked down to write down James's name in my book, and next thing I know, the chains are moving. This time we're going to give it to Parker Babb. He's going to lean forward.
On the carry, number 11, Parker Laws making a stop for Kennett.
He'll get a gain of about 4. It'll be 3rd and 3. Actually, 3rd and 7. We'll give him 3. So it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Dogs.
And 3.
So 3rd and 4 for the Dogs. 6:45 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Portageville trails Kennett 31-12, but Portageville putting together a nice little drive. 3 yards in a pile of dust type of approach. We got Parker and Brody in at running back. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. I don't know if it was an intended quarterback run play. And Max may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. And there is laundry on the floor. And that laundry is going to be probably holding against the Dogs. Holding against Portageville. Are they going to accept it or take the down? That's the real question. Holding against Portageville. It looks like Kennett wants the yardage. Yep, Kennett's taking the penalty. I don't know if I would have done that if I were in their situation.
From the spot of the foul will remain 3rd down.
It will remain 3rd down. I probably would have took the down, but
3rd down and 14.
Portageville hasn't necessarily been ripping off longerish plays, so I can understand where they're coming from. Score update for you. Donovan 32, Piggott 16, Cardinals 7, Reds 5, Dexter 34, Malden nothing. 3rd and 14 here for the Dogs. Portageville going to roll to the air. Air it out. That is Evan Windsor, folks. The Warlock himself. He flipped the field, folks. A 40-yard snag there from Evan Windsor.
On that play was number 5, Antonio Hollywood. Have an official's timeout on the field.
We have an official timeout for water coming off the Evan Windsor snag there. Portageville still down by 19, 31-12. 6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back here in a few. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
If disaster strikes, what would happen to your business? Let the professional team at Ellington Insurance make sure you're covered. Ellington Insurance offers a wide range of services from group and property insurance to commercial general liability, business auto, small business and workers' comp from companies you trust like Philadelphia, Liberty Mutual, Columbia, and Travelers. Ellington Insurance understands the needs of local businesses because they're one too. Contact them today and get covered in Portageville and Caruthersville or online at ellingtoninsurance.com.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. Is there still some fight left in that dog? We're seeing it coming out here in the third quarter. 31-12 is the score in favor of the Indians, but 40-yard snag from Evan Windsor, the Warlock himself. We got an audible coming in. We'll see what Portageville shifted to. It looked like it was supposed to be a handoff, and
the quarterback keeper, number 7,
Max Warren had to keep it himself.
Stop for Kennett, number 44, Cruz Duffo.
Max might have got a yard.
On the play, bring a second down and 9.
Yeah, Max might have got a yard on that. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Dogs. Another misread there. First game of the year. I believe this is the thing, if you watch the coaches show, that they kind of implemented there on Wednesday in practice that they were going to talk about trying to do. But 2nd and 9. Still in base set formation. Max is going to roll. He's going to throw it. Interception in favor of the Kennett Indians. Pass was intended for Evan Windsor. Number 7 for the Dogs. Max Warren, quarterback, cleans up his mess. He threw the INT, but he gets the tackle.
Number 5, Antonio Hollywood.
Not necessarily what you were looking for right there, but you cannot blame Portageville for trying that in that situation. You're down 19. You're coming off just a really good pass play. Why not give it another shot?
1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 Indians, ball on their own 31-yard line. 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Portageville trails Kennett 31-12. Do you want to see an INT being thrown? Not necessarily, but when you're down by 19, you got to be trying something, throwing something out there. It was worth a shot. All right, they're going to run the sweep out towards the left. There we go.
On the carry, number 12, Cad Cunningham.
Who was that? That was number 8, James Shalley. Came in like a heat-sinking missile.
2nd down and 11.
That's Shalley's 4th tackle of the night. Loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Dogs, or for the Indians. 4:35 left to go here in the third quarter. Kennett trying to just get out of this game. They got the 19-point lead. They got all the house money at the moment. Portageville, they're just trying to salvage something out of nothing. This is a nice counter play they ran.
On the carry, number 4, Nick Fonda.
Nick Fonda on the carry for the Kennett Indians. He's going to get a gain of about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Indians, or 3rd and 4 for the Indians.
3rd down and 4.
3:50 now left to go here in the third. 31-12 in favor of Kennett. Portageville loading up with a 6 front. 5 front, my bad. But they are walking Deuce up pretty far. Who is our corner? All right, sweep again off of the right tackle. He finds himself plenty of room. He gets into the Portageville territory before he's finally dragged down at the 34-yard line. There is a penalty, though. It's holding against Kennett. That play did not happen, so ignore the last 10 seconds. So it'll be from the spot of the foul. Repeat, third down. Looks like they are just trying to figure out where the spot is. There they go.
Penalty against Kennett, a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
It is now 3rd and 15.
The remaining third down.
3rd and 14 now for the Kennett Indians.
3rd and 15.
3:21 left to go here in the third quarter. And 3rd and long for Kennett. All right, Portageville, 2 plays to get off the field. Can you do it? Can you prevent the home run from happening? Kennett bunched up. They're going to go to the air out of this formation. They find a man at the sticks. He gets the first down, and he gets shoved out of bounds by number 11. By number 11, Parker Babb. No, that's not number 11, Parker Babb. That is number.
Play is good for a Kennett Indian. First down.
That is Jack Bell who got the push out of bounds. My bad.
1st and 10 from the Kennett 45.
So Jack Bell got the push out of bounds to salvage the touchdown. It will still be a Kennett first down. 3:13 now left to go here in the third quarter. Portageville trails Kennett 31-12. Once again, we had them behind the sticks. Kennett rips off the big play. We're good in short yardage, but not in long yardage. All right, pitch again. Deuce coming up and getting the tackle there. Hickenbottom with the tackle.
Loss of 3 on the play. Bring up a 2nd down and 13.
2nd and 13 now after the TFL from Deuce coming up and making the tackle. Out there in his hybrid outside backer corner position. .235 now left to go here in the third quarter. As previously mentioned, Kennett has all the house money. They got all the time in the world. They're just going to let it drip. And they're even going to probably take a timeout here. Yes, timeout Kennett.
On the field. This timeout is charged to Kennett.
2:22 left to go here in the third quarter. Kennett leads Portageville 31-12. We'll be back here in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
The Portageville Bulldogs are off to another exciting season in their quest for a state championship. Lewis Roan Farms is a booster and supporter of Portageville High School sports throughout the year and extends their best wishes to the teams, coaches, players, and fans as they carry on the proud tradition of Bulldog sports with hard work, practice, and determination. Good luck and best wishes to the Portageville Bulldogs from Lewis Roan Farms in Portageville.
All right, welcome back, Bulldog football fans. 2:22 left to go here in the third quarter. Portageville trails the Kennett Indians 31-12. Some score updates for you. Crothersville 20, St. Pius Xavier up in Festus 13, Donovan 32, Piggott 16, Cardinals 7, Reds 5, Dexter 34, Malden nothing, Hayti 16, Lighthouse Christian 2, Charleston 14, Kelly 7, Sykeston 56, Crystal City nothing. Kennett now back out on the field facing the 2nd and 12. Kennett going to send a man in motion, a little bit more spread out than what they normally go with. They're going to the air. They got a wide open tight end. That's the man that Coach Bidwell warned us about, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Kennett. A 58-yard touchdown reception.
Number 88, Antonio Flex.
Antonio Flex with the touchdown there. That's the tight end that Coach Bidwell was warning us about on the coaches show, and he hits pay dirt. The score is now Kennett 37, Portageville 12. I'll give that tight end this. He is a big boy. That was a big body with a lot of room out there around the 40-yard hash. Looks like Kennett finally got the swinging gate down as they attempt the PAT attempt. Kick is up. And is no good. So the score will remain 37-12. 2:11 left to go here in the third quarter. Portageville trails Kennett now 37-12. We'll be back here in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there. Call Jay Ward or Jack Giles in Portageville at 573-379-3461.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. Kennett 37, Portageville 12, a 58-yard touchdown catch from their big punishing tight end, the exact one that Coach Bidwell was warning us about, number 88, Antonio Flakes. Portageville about to receive the ball. 2:11 left to go in the third. The game seems to be in pocket for Kennett. Maybe Portageville could scratch back. It's not completely out of the woodworks yet, but it's not looking hopeful as Parker Babb comes down with the ball. He's already got one touchdown on a kickoff return tonight. He's not going to get another one here on this attempt. He does get out to the 34-yard line. That's where we'll see Portageville's offense take over.
Return for Portageville, number 11.
At this point,
Parker Laws brought down at
we
the
need to just
34-yard line, but they will take over 1st and 10.
We need to stay true to who we are. So we do need to kind of run the plays that we expect to be our identity for the next year. But when the opportunity arises at this point in the game, maybe just try something out different just to see if it will work. Kennett will be probably one of the better-ish teams that we face on our schedule this year. So it is good to see, so we can get some decent reps against a quality opponent right here. It looks like we are going to go with something a little bit different. We do have a single back set at the moment. And it's going to be handed off to Parker Babb.
On the carry, number 11, Parker Laws.
He gets a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Yep, he gets a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. And we do have an Indian down.
Timeout on the field for an injured player.
And we have an injured Bulldog who is getting some stretching for some cramps. Hopefully that's the issue with the Kennett Indian. We'll go ahead and cut it to break and hopefully let these players get all stretched out. Kennett 37, Portageville 12. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance on the South Bypass in Kennett. School has started back. Maybe your child needs a brand new mattress set that he's outgrown. Football is kicking off, and we've got the recliners and the big screen TVs for you to sit and watch and enjoy the game. Come see us, Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri, a family furniture tradition for over 75 years.
Welcome back, Bulldog football faithful. 2nd and 8 for the Dogs. Portageville returning to their bread and butter for this year. The dual pistols as they hand it off to Parker Babb. He's going to fight forward for a gain of about 3. He'll be 3rd and 5. 90 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
On the carry was number 11, Parker Laws. Made the stop for Kennett. Number 57, Joel Lopez. But a 3rd down and 4.
Neither team in much of a hurry at the moment. Portageville trying to stop the bleeding by keeping Kennett's offense off the field. And Kennett just trying to get out of here with a W. 3rd and 5 as we hand it to Brody the Bruiser. He'll get, Mr. Warren will get a gain of about 3.
On the carry was number 20, Brody Warren. With a 4th down and 1.
A 4th and 1, so Brody's going to get 4 on the carry. All right. Let's see if we can convert this 4th and 1. You can imagine that a hard count will be involved. We will have to run the play before the end of the quarter. We can't just let the time run out on the clock. And we give it to Brody. He gets enough for the 1st down. He converts.
On the carry, number 20, Brody Warren.
It'll be a gain of 3, but that's enough for a Bulldog 1st down.
That will be a 1st down for Portageville, 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line.
10 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, and I imagine that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. As we enter the 4th and final quarter to play, Portageville trails Kennett by 25 points, 37-12 here down in Kennett. We'll be back here in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
At First State Bank and Trust, your future matters to us. Whether opening your first checking account or growing savings for the future, we're here to help with innovative tools and personalized service. FSBT offers a range of deposit options to fit your needs. For nearly a century, we've been committed to the financial needs of our local customers. Secure your future with a bank that's been trusted for generations of families in Southeast Missouri. First State Bank and Trust. Your money, your future, your bank. Member FDIC.
Amy Pryor, Assistant Prosecutor for New Madrid County, proudly supports the Portageville Bulldogs as they gear up for another exciting season. With dedication, grit, and team spirit, these athletes are ready to make their community proud. As they take the field, Amy Pryor stands behind them, cheering on their commitment and heart. She knows success comes from perseverance, and these Bulldogs are built for it. Best of luck this season to the Portageville Bulldogs. From New Madrid County Assistant Prosecutor Amy Pryor.
Welcome back, Bulldog football fans. Here, the 4th and final quarter for us. The Bulldogs trail the Kennett Indians by 25 points, 37-12. But Portageville just got a fresh set of downs. And why haven't the markers moved? I'm about to say, why are we? Yeah, we need to jump around over to the other side of the field there. First game of the year, folks. First game of the year. There we go. As we honor the Wisconsin Badgers, we now move over here. So it'll be 1st and 10 here on the Portageville 47-yard line. 12 minutes left to go here in the 4th, here at the start of the 4th. And Max goes nowhere. He gets back up to the line of scrimmage. Max kind of slow to get up, taking a hit there. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Dogs. 11:35. They didn't switch the ball either. It is the first game of the year. I say the officials are discussing the snafu we have found ourselves in. They were trying to figure out where people need to be. And we're just going to pretend that this is where we're supposed to be. All right. I'll do my best to talk over so you do not have to hear some profanity possibly here in a moment. 11:30 now left to go here in the fourth. All right, Portageville back in base. 45 seconds off the clock as Max Warren rolls out. He's going to throw a pass intended for Deuce. Deuce is in double, almost triple coverage, and it is incomplete. And so it'll be third and 10.
That incomplete pass, you might be third down and 10.
A third and a 10. Whew. A wonky first game of the year for the Bulldogs. A lot of good things, but a lot of bad. Luckily, the bad has been things that I think eventually Portageville can fix. Maybe we'll see them fixed here in these last 11 minutes. All right, third and 10. Max going to do a screen pass, dumping it off to Parker Babb. Parker gets a couple blocks before he gets brought down. After a gain of about 7, it'll be 4th and 3.
Brought down at the 45-yard line of Kennett.
That's only the 5th pass Portageville's attempted all night tonight. The 5th pass will attempted. We have another injured player on the field. I see everybody standing, so I don't think it's going to be that long of a timeout. So while we wait, let me regale you with some local area scores. Charleston 14, Kelly 14. Tie ball game in that battle of neighboring school districts. Dexter 40, Malden nothing. Brothersville 20, St. Pius 13. 4th and 3 here for the Dogs. We're going for it. Might as well. Brody the Bruiser can't bruise his way. Brody Warren gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a turnover on downs. Kennett football here with about 10-20 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
1st and 10 for Kennett from their own 45.
So Kennett will take over. I expect to see a lot of running here from the Indians. They haven't really gone too much to the air. It has benefited them. Their quarterback has been able to make a lot of something out of nothing, especially early on in this game. They haven't really been asking that of him here down the stretch here because they've had this commanding lead.
This time out charge to Portageville.
Portageville going to take a timeout. We'll go ahead and take a timeout with them. 10-20 left to go here in the fourth. Portageville trails 25 points, 37-12. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
As the Kennett Band returns us from this timeout to the White Stripes 7 Nation Army. The Kennett Indians are looking at a 1st and 10 coming out of the TOD, the turnover on downs. As aforementioned, Kennett will probably keep it on the ground a lot here. They do like to keep it tight. Speaking of keeping it tight, Crothersville 20, St. Pius 19. They send a man in motion. They're going to give the ball to the motion man. He breaks 2 tackles, 3 tackles, 4 tackles before he's finally brought out of bounds.
Number 5, Antonio Hollywood.
Antonio Hollywood gets a first down for Kennett, and they're in Bulldog territory. Parker Babb is the man who ends up forcing him out of bounds.
First and 10 from the Portageville 42-yard line, 41-yard line.
First and 10 from the Dogs 42 for the Indians. 9:50 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Not necessarily the way you wanted to start off a season, especially that it comes from Portageville shooting themselves in the foot on most of the big plays that Kennett has scored on. Kennett up the gut, gets a good carry, bounces off a couple Bulldog defenders, where he's brought down. He'll get a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 as the clock ticks down to 9 minutes to go here in the game.
Bring a base, 2nd down and 3.
Portageville travels to Hayti next week. I believe Hayti will be doing their own Hall of Fame ceremony next week. Actually, they'll be retiring a jersey next week. So look forward to that. And then week 3, Portageville will finally come home to take on the Confluence Prep. All right, screen pass. This time really good coverage for Portageville.
Number 1, Demetrius Anthony.
Number 14 for the Dogs gets the tackle.
For no gain.
That is Cole Dodd. That is the problem, Cole Dodd. Maybe we'll see the solution. Jackson Harper make the field here. There we go. Cole Dodd, the problem, gets the tackle. They sit next to each other in class, Cole Dodd and Jackson Harper, and they explicitly requested that their name be the problem and the solution. All right, 3rd and 2 for the Indians. There's going to be another handoff. That's enough for an Indian first down.
Carry, number 4, Nick Fonda. There's a penalty flag.
Looks like there is a flag on the play. It looks like number 6 for the Dogs, Alex Wilborn, got the tackle. Penalty is against Kennett. It'll be holding against the Indians. Walk them back.
That holding penalty will be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Will remain 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and 11. Actually, 3rd and 11 for the Kennett Indians. 7:44 left to go here in the ball game. Both teams not in a hurry. Play clock running, game clock running. Kennett will break the huddle. They won't snap that ball until under 10 seconds on the play clock. Ball gets snapped at 5 seconds, and they are going to the air. It's a pass play, and there's a sack.
Jones, a sack in the backfield.
Number 11, Parker Babb with the sack, and it's holding against Kennett. Let's give Parker Babb his sack.
That holding penalty against Kennett. That penalty is declined.
Porter's going for the down instead of the yardage, so
on the play, be 4th down.
It'll be 4th and 15 instead of 3rd and 22. Now watch out here. This is where Kennett has been the most dangerous, is on 4th down. But it looks like Kennett's going to punt. So we'll get to see Kennett's special teams unit out. All right, the punt is away. Not going to go near our returners. It ends up getting fielded by Evan Windsor. And he's going to return it for about 4 yards.
About to the 30 or 26-yard line.
Evan Windsor, it does not surprise me that he went after that ball. It can be a big risk, big reward. Luckily, Portageville benefited 4 yards, but I don't think the risk was worth that. 7 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Kennett with the 25-point lead, but Portageville can cut into that. Can Portageville win this football game? I believe that ship has sailed, that bus has left. But we can at least put together a good drive, score, go out in this game on a high note, and move into Hayti with some high hopes. Seeing some fresh faces out there. Max going to the air, throwing, pass complete. Nice bullet to, and we're going to get a decent chunk of yardage. Number 11, Parker Babb.
Parker Laws knocked out of bounds at the Kennett 25-yard line.
26 to the 25. That's a 49-yard gain there for Parker Babb. But then I think he slipped on the track, so hopefully he is okay. You'd hate to see a player like Parker Babb go down this early in the season.
First down and 10 for Portageville from the Kennett 25.
Even though he is just a junior, he is one of those players that has an energy about him. Even though most of the time a leader on the team is going to probably be a senior, and we do have some good senior leadership, Parker Babb is a person that very deeply believes in the Portageville football program and has invested a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm glad to see that he's having some success here tonight. As we hand the ball off to number 8, James Shalley. That is how I like to see him run. That's a gain of 14.
Number 11, John Baker Brown.
That'll be enough for a Bulldog first down. And we are in the Baker Implement red zone. Hayti 24, Lighthouse 8. We're in the Baker Implement red zone with 6 minutes left to go here in the ball game. We do have an Indian on the ground, so we have an official timeout for the Indian on the ground. We'll go ahead and take a timeout with them. Kennett 37, Portageville 12, 6:11 left to go in the ball game. We'll be back. You're listening to the Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers in the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
Kennett player was able to walk off under his own power. Beginning of the season, cramping issues, of course, are always an issue. Couple of score updates for you. Crothersville 27, St. Pius 19. Donovan 32, Piggott 24. Hayti 24, Lighthouse 8. Portageville looking at a 1st and 10 here in the Baker Implement red zone. Can they get it in? Bobbled, ball snap, bad handling there, but luckily Portageville does recover it. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Loss of 2 on the play, they're going to be 2nd down and 12.
2nd and 12, my bad. Can Portageville just get another TD to kind of go out on a high note? Have some momentum running into Hayti next Friday night. Portageville single back. They're going to do a wide receiver screen out to their side. It looks like it is Deuce who ended up getting it.
Pass complete, number 3, Jack Bell.
Jack Bell, my bad. Jacques Bell, as I like to call him. He gets a short little gain on that catch.
They bring up a 3rd down. And
a gain of 6 on the catch. It'll be 4th and 6 for the Dogs.
3rd down and 7.
Dexter 53, Malden nothing. 5 minutes left to go here in our ball game. 3rd and 6 for the Dogs. Another bad snap. And Max gets sacked. And so it'll be 4th and 10.
Quarterback Warren sacked in the backfield.
Oh, man. Antonio breaks with the sack there on Max Warren. 4th and 9 for the Dogs. 4:20 left to go here in the ball game. Come on, Portageville. We don't have to get it all here. We could just get the first down, buy ourselves some more downs. But it would be really nice to come away with some points. Pass is almost intercepted, is dropped by the Indian player, so it'll be a TOD, a turnover on downs. It'll be Kennett ball. 1st and 10, deep in their own territory. 4 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Once again, shout out to the volleyball team. I never got the score of tonight's game against Risco, but last night they started off their season sweeping North Pim in straight sets. I believe 25-9, then 25-18, 25-18 to close it out for the varsity. Of course, the volleyball team is looking to finally get over the hump and get past sectionals this year. Coach Sasha and the rest of the girls have put in a lot of hard work, and they've got the volleyball program in a very excellent position. Things aren't looking too dire for the Dogs, even though the score is 37-12. We've had some bright spots. And honestly, this would be a much closer ball game if Portageville could get off the field on 4th down. But 4th down is a part of the of football after all, so the score will remain 37-12 as we see what the penalty is. As the Zebras conference. Illegal substitution against Portageville. And so Kennett will get a couple yards here to start off their drive.
That will be a 5-yard penalty. Will remain 1st down, be 1st down and 5.
So Kennett gets to start off 5 yards closer on this drive. I don't expect Kennett to break out any crazy razzle-dazzle here. I think it's going to be operation walk out with the W. In fact, Kennett keeping it on the ground. Still on his feet. Nice shuffling there from the Kennett back. Finally brought down.
Number 4, Nick Fonda.
Number 30, C.J. Miller with the tackle. .349 left to go here now.
We have an official's timeout.
We have an official timeout. Never mind.
They will measure, see if they made a 1st down.
We're actually going to have a measurement. We're going to see how close. Break out the meter stick. Get the math teacher out to verify that we are measuring correctly. I for one, would love at home games anytime the refs need to measure, we bring Mr. Todd Higgs out on the ground to be our verifier. I would suggest Miss Linda, but I think Miss Linda would be a little bit too biased for Portageville. The measurement is good. It will be a 1st down for Kennett. They did end up getting all 5 yards.
That plays good for a Canadian 1st down.
I'm very glad that on a 2nd and inches we decided to break out the chains and measure. By the book here at Kennett. By the book. That's how we do things. Okay. Now play can resume. 1st and 10 for Kennett. Now we play the waiting game. Kennett will not snap the ball for about another 5 seconds. I stand corrected. It was 7 seconds. They do snap the ball. That running back does hit that hole with a head full of steam, but runs into the waiting arms of number 20, Brady Warren, and a whole host of other Bulldogs. Or a whole pack of Bulldogs.
Gain of 5 on the play. Bring up a second down and 5.
3 minutes now left to go here in the ball game. Kennett with a 25-point lead, 37-12 over our Portageville Bulldogs. 3 minutes left to go. And we are just in the waiting game. Both teams are just waiting. Last time Kennett snapped with about 3 seconds left on the play clock. This time they are able to get to 1. They try a sweep this time. It does not work out as well.
Number 5, Antonio Hollywood.
Antonio Hollywood for Kennett gets forced out of bounds by number 14 for the Bulldogs. Cole Dodd, the problem.
For a third down and 3.
3rd and 3 for Portageville. 2 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Kennett going to start off the season 0-1. Portageville falling to, or Kennett starting off the season 1-0. Portageville falling to 0-1. Portageville will look to get their first victory of the season next week at Hayti. Up the gut, into the defensive line. They keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
Number 4, Nick Fonda.
Number 52 for the Dogs, Tay Bogan with the tackle there.
Maybe a gain of 1, make a 4th down. 4th and 2.
Tay Bogan gets his 2nd tackle of the night. 4th and 2 for Kennett. 1:13 left to go in the ball game. Kennett converts. Game over. Kennett gets stopped. Portageville can try a Hail Mary. Hand off to the Indians. It looks like he might be right at the line of scrimmage. It will be close. Parker Babb on the tackle. 47 seconds left. Did they get it?
That play's good for a Kennett Indian. First down.
And Kennett got it all. We are 2 plays away from this thing being over. 37-12. The Kennett Indians. Coach Joel Wyatt returns and gets their first victory of the season. Aaron Bidwell loses his first career game, but next week we'll travel to Hayti and hopefully rebound from there. Not the start that Portageville wanted, but Portageville did not necessarily get embarrassed. There were some not the best plays that have happened for the Bulldogs here tonight. But at the same time, Portageville did have some flashes of brilliance. And as double zeros hit the clock, it's official. Kennett wins 37-12 over our Portageville Bulldogs. We're going to go ahead and take a couple minute timeout, let some more sponsors roll, get the stats together, and we'll be back with the post-game show. Once again, Kennett 37, Portageville 12 here at the end of the ball game. We'll be back. You're listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio, KMIS.
The Portageville School District Administration and Board of Directors salute the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another championship year. Congratulations from Superintendent of Schools Barry Branscombe, Board President Jared Warren, Vice President Michael Prince, Treasurer Matt Brasher, Secretary John Warren, and Directors Butch Williams, Donna Hawkins, and Lewis Roan. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, and students of the Portageville School District.
Greenpoint Ag is game ready to evaluate and supply your specific agronomic needs, helping you score touchdowns all season long. Your premier provider throughout the South. We're farmer owned and locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. For more information, contact your local Portageville Greenpoint Ag.
Good luck to the Portageville Bulldogs from Rob Barham and the staff at Greenpoint Ag on State Highway T in Portageville. Call 573-379-3816.
The city of Portageville extends congratulations to the Portageville Bulldogs on another fine year. You represent our school and community in a very positive manner and have contributed to making this year's team one of the best ever to wear the blue and white. On behalf of the city of Portageville, Mayor Michael Cook Jr., Alderman Gary Falk, Dennis McCrate, Rob Smith, Chris Simmons, City Clerk Rachel Rather, and all city employees send their very best wishes. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the city of Portageville.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Welcome back, Bulldog football faithful. Final score here at Kennett. Kennett 37, Portageville 12. Not the way that Portageville was hoping to start off the season, but it was not all doom and gloom. Portageville did not look horrible. We did shoot ourselves in the foot and dug ourselves a really, really deep hole. But if we could just learn how to get off of the field on 4th and long, that was the saddest thing about this. It was that most of Kennett's plays came on busted plays or on 4th or 3rd and longs, where we should have the advantage, but something broke down behind it, and it allowed Kennett to kind of race out to a 25-point lead. But Portageville, they didn't stop fighting. They put up a good fight throughout. We saw some flashes of brilliance, and hopefully next week when we play at Hayti, things will be a little bit more smoother. We can iron out the wrinkles, and hey, this is the first game of the season. There are at least 9 more of these things to go, and as we mentioned before, our district is not a district of world beaters. Hayti has been known to be a talented team, but they have been in a rebuild mode. Charleston and us have been about even, and then we got Malden and a brand new Saxony Lutheran. That's not the world's most difficult district to get out of, so hopefully we can put it together and we can find a way. So let's start off with some stats, offensive stats for the Bulldogs. On the ground, number 8, James Shalley, he had 20 yards rushing. And then our leading rusher was a tie between number 11, Parker Babb, and number 20, Brody Warren. They both had 41 yards rushing. Parker Babb did have a 65-yard touchdown return at the very beginning of the game to kind of get everybody amped up and ready to go. On through the air, number 1, Antonio Deuce Higginbottom, he had an 18-yard touchdown snag. But our leading receiver was number 11, Parker Babb, who had 56. Then number 9, Evan Windsor, had a 40-yard snag. And then number 3 for the Bulldogs, Jack Bell, had a 6-yard catch. On defense, our leading tackler was number 1, Antonio Deuce Higginbottom. He had 6 tackles. He was followed up by number 11, Parker Babb, who had 4 tackles and a sack. Then you had number 8, James Shalley, who had 4. Then you had number 30 for the Dogs. That was C.J. Miller, a sophomore. He had 3 tackles. Then you had number 20, Brody Warren, with 3 tackles. Number 52, Tay Bogan, with 2 tackles. Number 50, Eli Wheeler, with 2 tackles. Number 53, Maxie Ordez, with 3 tackles. Number 66, Terrence Boyd, with 3 tackles. Sorry, folks. Then number 1, Cole Dodd, with a tackle. Number 7, Max Warren, with a tackle. Number 60, Braden Jeffries with a tackle, and I believe that is it. Nope, number 24, Caden Jones, also had a tackle. So, as I've been saying, Portageville had some flashes of good, but we need to be able to get off the field on 4th and long, not shoot ourselves in the foot, not dig ourselves a hole. This game was not nearly as bad as the score reflected, and hopefully next week we have a good set of practices and we're off to Hayti. We will be bringing action to you live from Hayti next week. Join us around 6:50. Hopefully the audio issues will not be nearly as bad, and we'll get those sorted out for you. But until next time, my name is Paul Davidson, alongside Mr. Heath Conaway, and you've been listening to Bulldog Football here on Sports Radio KMIS.
This has been Portageville Bulldog Football. Our broadcast presented by Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Title sponsor for our broadcast, First State Bank and Trust. Broadcast sponsors include Ellington Insurance, the City of Portageville, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Portageville Schools, Butler Drug, Greenpoint Ag of Portageville, First State Community Bank, New Madrid County Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Amy Pryor, and by Lewis Roan Farms. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.